This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hello everyone, this is Dmitry with Canucks, and we've noticed that gaming peripherals from Roccat have been slowly saturating the North American market. The company stands behind quality designs with excellent responses from gamers on all fronts of products, but especially with their mice. So one of their latest gaming mice is the Roccat Tyon, a well-placed and competitive mouse that will for sure attract a lot of attention despite the $99 price tag. So let's take a look at the form first. Everything from the extremely comfortable thumb rest with a coarse texture to keep a solid grip, to the slight curve on the right side and the appropriate height of the Tyon are all indicators that Roccat knows what they're doing within this category. Ergonomics are well executed with a solid structure. At 126 grams, this seems to be that perfect balance between offering a comfortable handling experience regardless if you're coming from a much lighter or a heavier mouse. The button layout and execution is also impressive. All the usual buttons have great actuations. Primary left and right click travel easy enough but do not allow accidental presses. The scroll wheel is by far the best I've tried, with really indicative scroll steps that I love. Plus it's light enough to be pressed without disturbing your grip or aim during game. The two extra buttons beside your point finger are well within reach, and the angular shape helps you find those buttons quickly and naturally, while the ones on the opposite side for your middle finger do require some finger learning, but thanks to the tall buttons they do become more natural to use with time. There are plenty of commands at your thumb, and it's exactly this button layout that will differentiate the Tyon and help it stand out among many other gaming mice. The usual browser buttons are fine with distinct click but soft actuations. Then we have the tilt button that is placed right above the thumb with smooth travel in either direction and returns to the center when released. And for gaming, I've really found this helpful with zeroing in your sights, for your scope, and it's especially awesome for piloting to adjust your altitude and your rudder. There's a fin switch behind the scroll wheel for use by either your point or middle fingers, but it was really out of the way for comfortable reach and was left unused most of the time. However, one of the best buttons additions on the Tyon is the Easy Shift Plus, located right underneath your thumb. It is kind of part of the frame and part of the curve to support the thumb, but it is low profile enough for easy reach. This allows secondary commands to be mapped onto all your mouse buttons when the Easy Shift Plus is active, adding a ton of extra functionality to your mouse. So this is especially cool if you have a complementing Roccat keyboard for extra awesome productivity. However, with some quick button mapping, you could eliminate the use of a keyboard entirely for a lot of functions, both for gaming and productivity, and this is exactly how button remapping should work. And here's a quick test on how each of these buttons sound. So the Tyon is a laser mouse using the Pro Aim R3 8200 DPI sensor. While tracking performance was pleasing, I do still prefer an optical alternative like my Neo 7000 that I really have gotten accustomed to. But smooth tracking is possible throughout the entire DPI range, and I had absolutely no problems with aim, neither in-game nor while editing. The trick here for laser mice is to decrease sensitivity and increase DPI for precision and accuracy. The lighting additions on the Tyon are actually quite cool, with a single continuous LED strip covering the bottom rim, illuminating the surface underneath, along with a well-lit scroll wheel. The lighting is vibrant and bright, but most importantly, it is color accurate. If you said the color is orange, it will be orange and not some weird yellowish green stuff. Plus, you can set any type of effect you may wish for, from slow breathing effects to fast color shifting. Plus, an extra cherry for those with Alienware machines, they recently announced a collaboration with Alienware to incorporate alien effects to work with the Roccat peripherals. And moving on to the software, it is very well designed with so much control under your fingertips. Sensitivity, scroll speed, horizontal tilt speed, DPI sensitivities for up to 5 steps, double click speed, easy to understand button mapping with a top to down view and side view for standard button assignments, and that easy shift plus mapping. Macro Manager is here with some preloaded most used actions on some applications like Photoshop and Office and many others, but with a very limited gaming selection, so you will have to create your own, which is not a big problem. Now, under the advanced control, we have liftoff distance that is really important, and surface calibration for the sensor, polling rate, sound feedback that is ridiculous,
8,200 DPI, 6,400 DPI,
but could serve helpful for DPI and profile changes, and perhaps even trophy notifications, as Roccat includes a built-in award and tracking system for the mouse. Color control, as mentioned before, is flexible per zone with various lighting effects, and all that is saved per profile on the mouse thanks to the built-in memory, requiring no software installation if you move between PCs. So this is the most comprehensive driver software you can find for a gaming mouse. And so at the end of the day, the Roccat Tyon is one attractive gaming mouse for an extremely comfortable handling experience, a load of programmable buttons, along with that easy shift plus that doubles the functionality of each button for any gaming and productivity purposes, with excellent actuations. We have also the best scroll wheel on the mouse, period. The laser sensor is great, so are the lighting portions of the body, and intuitive software to pack it all up for a really awesome gaming mouse. Now, there isn't particularly anything wrong with the Tyon, but the lack of an optical option is disappointing considering how many gamers are now switching towards optical sensors, including myself. And the fin switch up top of the mouse behind the scroll wheel, it wasn't comfortable to use, plus I would love if the software window could be expanded a little bit to have a less crammed UI. But despite all that, we would strongly recommend the Roccat Tyon for all users on the market for a mouse that practically has it all. And we're giving it the Harbor Canucks Damn Good Award. And well, that is it for this review. Make sure to check out the rest of our gaming mice videos to get acquainted with what the competition has to offer. Please consider subscribing for more similar content and give us a like if you found this review helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.